think I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Go back over it.
We are opening our cookbook collection at the Lakeshore Museum Center and asking the question, can you recreate this recipe from 1890? We selected the Muskegon Cookbook of Tested Recipes, compiled by the Ladies' Society of the First Baptist Church during the late 19th century. It contains recipes submitted by prominent Muskegon women. The challenge is that these recipes list ingredients and not much more. The competing bakers have been given their instructions, and it is up to them to figure out how it will look and, more importantly, taste. Ready, get set, bake.
Okay, you're going to want to leave that down though.
I don't know if I can do this.
Try. You can.
Okay.
Now we're ready. Hi, I'm Silas from Drip Drop Drink.
Hi, I'm Amanda from Drip Drop Drink. Today we are participating in Lakeshore Museum's Great Museum Bake Off, and we're doing a recipe from Muskegon's cookbook published in 1890. The coffee recipe is by Mrs. A.C. Fireman. First, you start off with green coffee, but we roasted our own coffee here, and we're doing equal parts mocha and java. So we ground the coffee to fine so you can get full strength of the coffee. And we're supposed to use an earthen pot, but we have a Turkish pot. It's pretty similar to that. It's still used today as well.
Ground it fine to have as much flavor as we can from the coffee. And we also have this earthenware coffee pot, old school brewing system. It's not actual earthenware, you can find that, but as close as we can get.
And we're supposed to wet it with cold water.
Right now I am got a little bit of egg and the ground coffee. I'm just going to wet the ground coffee with egg and water, cold water.
Hello, kids.
Later.
Not doing other things.
So we kind
What to do with the egg?
it doesn't say what to do with the egg either, so I'm just gonna plop it in there all together with the grounds. Hello.
So I'll be putting the coffee mixture with the egg and cold water into the coffee pot. What you know about?
And we're gonna let it boil on the stove here. We want to get it to near boiling, but not to a boil. And we're gonna add this boiling water to it as well. About 3/4 of the way.
Best possible. You're welcome. Now I have boiling water here that I will be putting in.
So, while I wait for this to boil, the difference between a mocha and java bean is the mocha is from a Yemen region and the java beans are from an Indonesian region. So the water temperature for coffee to brew is about 212 degrees, just a little above boiling temperature. Do recommend warming up your coffee cups before serving your coffee because it helps keep the temperature and the flavor.
We're heating it, so it's just about boiling temperature. Let it boil up a little bit to the top before removing it.
Question is, how does not draining the grounds impact the taste of coffee? Does it really get to be bitter poison like the recipe states, and that's not likely?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you want to do a joke real quick? You want to tap in real quick? So now as the coffee is boiling up, You can see a lot of the oils, gases.
Like, I don't understand how that's gonna like bake or taste, feel in the mouth. It's kind of starting to rise up too.
We put it back here. And we're going to leave it there at a low temperature for about 10, maybe 15 minutes.
I would probably make a smaller batch because I don't really need 3 cups of egg coffee.
Based on your experience with this recipe, do you think we should start serving it at Drip Drop Drink?
After I taste it, I'll let you know.
What about the process? Do you think that'd be pretty easy
Yeah.
to make a cup of coffee for a customer?
Yeah, it didn't take too long to get it going. It's a matter of waiting for it to be done, and I think people would enjoy watching it be made.
Why did you decide to put the egg in like you did?
I just feel like mixing it together with the grounds would help it coat the coffee grounds more. I'm not sure why the egg is in there in the first place.
Were you able to research this recipe at all before you
Not
did
at
the
all.
challenge?
Not at all.
Do you think that would have helped you make it differently?
Yeah, maybe, but it seemed pretty self-explanatory once I read the steps.
Check back in and taste the coffee when it's ready. Red.
And the coffee grounds should settle down at the bottom. We're going to pour them into these hot cups. You serve it with hot cream or milk with yolk of eggs beaten together.
And I'll be pouring the coffee from the pot. Tilting it so it's just a slight angle so the grounds don't go straight in.
You can stir those coffees up.
And nice, you can kind of see a sort of almost yellowish tint to it.
Y'all tasting these?
Yep. We're here tasting Amanda's coffee recipe based on the 1890s.
Fooled me. I wouldn't know there was an egg in there.
Yeah. It was probably used to knock down the bitterness.
And nutritious.
All right. Good job.
Thank you. I'm going outside. Oh, thank you.
Hey, let's taste, Amanda. Come on. Come on in. Hi.
It's 8 consumption.
I feel like this one tastes different than the first one.
This is more of a coffee taste.
It's a little bit more creamy in a way.
I feel like I taste like a teeny bit more egginess.
Pretty good.
Well, thanks for letting us participate in your challenge. This is Todd, Silas, and Amanda from Drip Drop Drink.
Thank you.
Cheers. Peace out.